Good morning, everybody. It's a great day to be alive. You know, um, I've been going through a transition in my recovery. Um, I guess to talk about some. Okay, I grew up with the same friends for over 25 years, and I had to break away from them, to get sober. When they say change people, places, and things, I wanted sobriety, so I had to break away from that lifestyle to get sober. And to this day, I don't have nobody in from my past in my life today for the simple, if they found sobriety and everything. Like I use Facebook as a platform for my recovery, because it's what I wish I would have seen, like somebody really doing recovery, going to meetings. That's why I do all that, because me myself, I wish I would have seen something like that so I could reach out to somebody when I was in addiction, to be able to say, hey, how did you find recovery? And hopefully somebody from my past, I keep my Facebook public. Hopefully somebody from my past will see that one day and know that recovery is possible, because me and them, people I grew up with, have been through the same journey. But now that I'm in recovery, you meet a lot of people, especially going to meetings and all that. You meet a lot of people, but not everybody is going to be on the direction that you're going. Some people might not even be part of your. They might be, like, some people that was a part of my first year in recovery are no longer a part of my life now. They. My whole goal in life is to get as close to God and become the best version of myself. My being a Christian and recovery go to the same every day. Like, I've had, people I went to meetings with that went there for the wrong reasons. And actually, I had my first year, I had to transition because I was going to meetings for the wrong reason. I was going, to pick up girls, because the same dopamine in your mind that get released, the same for drugs and alcohol is the same for, that. And once I got sober, I was like, hey, I can stay sober. But now that I look back on it, that was the wrong choice on my part. So today I want, it's not, me and my friends growing up, we just, made bad choices over and over. Like, what I'm trying to work on myself today is, I used to curse a lot in my addiction. And ever since, 2 years ago, when I started this journey of recovery and trying to find God and trying to build that relationship, I've learned to stop cursing, with going to meetings for girls, for me, all them bad behaviors ultimately lead to relapse, and to my relapse. And so I had to transcend. Like, I wanted sobriety because I wanted out of that chaos. Like, I gave God my sobriety, say, please help me get sober, Lord. Like, it would be, I feel for me, it would be selfish of me saying, hey, you can have my sobriety, but let me have this part, and bring whatever girl into my life. And he's been able to bless me enough that it took a very long time to meet somebody and to feel alive again. Like, before an addiction, I didn't care what female was in my life. I couldn't have. It didn't matter if we could have conversations or not. But that's why I said, like, I've met a lot of people in recovery, and like some people choose to do that. But today, I go to meetings for the right reason. You know what I mean? Like, I love. I used to like my first year. I used to like going to meetings that they cheer you on, they get loud and all that. Now, what I love after 25 months of sobriety is going to a quiet meeting. And getting closer to God. That's why I work Celebrate Recovery, and have a little fellowship. There's no chaos around, and going home or going to spend time with friends. I like the simple things now. I don't need for me. I don't need to go to a meeting and seek that. I guess to seek that loudness, and all that. Like, I live like a simple life, and that's, I never thought I would love a simple life because I was always living in the fast lane for so long. And today, I love the peace that I have within myself. And, like, some of my friends that I've gotten really close in recovery, I had to let out of my life because they were on a different direction than I was. And, like, I love talking to people that I have stuff in common with, what I'm trying to reach in sobriety, reach in recovery. I love talking on the phone with, like, people that want to get closer to God in life. And because the reason why I search for God every day, reason why I have that alone time with it, is because I can't afford not to. I know myself, like, after 25 months, I love and understand myself. And I cannot afford to veer away from God. I can't do it. Like, I've tried it to work on my own will, and I can feel that, like, after a couple of days of veering off, I can feel that relapse coming on. And thank God he never lets me go. And it's a blessing, I guess it's in my sinful nature to veer away from God, but it's I love it. But yeah, I got real close relationships with people that I met along this journey that's on the same direction as I am, and not only trying to reach sobriety, but trying to reach God in everyday life. They fit my future of where I want to go, and the people that have years of sobriety, like, I want to get where they're at. Like, I take wisdom. My sponsor is older, but he has 32 years of sobriety, and that's a lot of wisdom. He's been through it. I want what he has. Like, I don't want to be 50 years old and feeling alone and going to, yeah, I could be sober, if God willing, but I don't want to be like 50 years old and going to meetings trying to pick up girls. Today I go to a meeting, you know, all I need in my recovery is a quiet meeting, talk about our struggles and what's going on in our life, and, just going home. Like, even when I get chips, which, are a big thing, actually, my first year when I got my chip, it touched my heart so much. But, my second year, when I got my second, that was pretty much for my family and for the newcomer, saying it's possible, After my first year one, went out and celebrated, but when I just got my second year, like a month ago, I didn't need no celebration. Like, I felt in my heart like I was so happy, That's all I need. I don't need, you know, um, I'm happy to be sober today, but I just, what I do every time I get a chip, I take it back to my family. They got a chip. In my first Christmas sober, I got a chipboard, and it says every champion was once a contender that refused to give up. And every time I hit a milestone, my family is able to see it, and I put it on there. And every time I hit a milestone, I just come back quietly and I put it on there. I no longer work off codependency where I need that. I'm proud of you. It took me a long time to get there, but it's a beautiful thing in the direction that I stayed focused on God, and He gave me that direction to go where to go in life. I started going to class for my GED now. That's a big thing in my recovery. I started, with my GED. I started it my first year, but man, that first year was so rough. My first sponsor, unfortunately had a struggle, and he went back out. But it was my fault. I put all my recovery into him. Like, I didn't know. And then I started hitting meetings. I found a new sponsor, and I found my own recovery along the second year. But some people's not going to be on the same path as you are, That's okay. Like, everybody that's come into my life, I love them to death. Like, I needed them at that time, But my whole goal in life is to get as close as God as I can, and just keep evolving as a person, I try to get in. Just now getting into the Bible, and I've learned so much, like, from everybody that has come in my life. I've taken a little bit at a time, and it's helped me. Like, everybody that's come into my life, I wouldn't be where I'm at today without them, and I thank them. Like, the ones that have went back out, I still pray for them. I never give up on them. I don't enable them, but I don't give up on them. I still continue to pray for them, and it's funny how much prayer means, and I look at that because some of the people I've been praying for have found their way back into recovery. Never stop praying, and I just I love the direction I'm on now. I love my peaceful Friday and Saturday nights. Like, they used to be filled with chaos, but I'm just trying to find peace outside, but most importantly, I'm trying to find peace within myself, and I'm getting there. It took a long time. It took a very long time. to get where I'm at today, just the peace. Just, I used to have to be around a lot of people for some reason. And I think it was because I didn't have love for myself. I always needed to be in a relationship because I didn't love myself. And now today, man, it feels so good that God has given that peace with Him. I've been searching for that even before I picked up for the first time. I've been searching for peace since I was a kid. I'd be sitting there as a kid what is wrong with me? Why am I at war with myself? All my life I've been like that, and I thank God every day that He's made me win that war today. Just for today. And as I continue to grow in that relationship with God, it took me a very long time to get to know God, and it's been the best 2 years of my life. And I would have never been saying that ever before I found recovery. He's given me the ability to stand up against my fears. Fear ruled my life for so long. And He's made me overcome that. To step out of my box. To grow as a person. Like I love saying, every time you get uncomfortable, you're growing as a person. And today, He's given me the gift to be who I am. I don't have to be, I needed a lot of friends in my addiction because I didn't have love for myself. Like I said, I needed to be in a relationship with a female because I didn't love myself. And now, I don't know, my heart is full now. I believe with God, I'm still, evolving. I still have a lot of areas of my life I need to work on. It wasn't just sobriety. It was, anxiety, anger, all these character defects that since I was a kid, I needed to have something I was working towards. And today I feel like I'm moving forward in life, not always stuck in addiction. That's what addiction is being stuck, and you eventually, there's days that I want to go back out because I want to escape reality, but I played that video all the way through, and it's going to take me back to nowhere. I've already traveled down that road, and I can't convince myself that I can be a functioning addict or a functioning alcoholic. It's been proven over time that I don't know any successful addict. I don't know any successful alcoholic. Yeah, they talk about a functioning alcoholic, but are they truly happy with themselves? I know for a fact it's drugs and alcohol are not going to give me happiness and peace. And the only way I've been able to find that is through recovery and through following God. That is done. I have peace and love for myself today, and I have happiness. The sun is shining today. I love it. Actually, in the addiction, I used to love cloudy days and rainy days and snowy days and all that. Man, I feel like a kid again because, when I was a kid, the first day it got warm after a long winter, putting your shorts on, going outside playing basketball, all that. Man, that used to be some of the best times. And then along the way in addiction, I started loving rainy days because that's how I felt inside. And now today, man, all I want is sunshine, Even on cloudy days, I try to find the clearest blue sky within God. And it's learning how to live again. That's what recovery is. And You know, I can't thank God enough for giving me this life. Yeah, it's not perfect. I don't have everything, you know, I still have a long way to go, but it's getting better. It's, you know, it's not, I'm not withdrawing, I'm not, you know, waking up in jail, I'm not having the cops chase after me. You know, once upon a time I was considered the worst addict in my hometown and the worst drunk, and um, yeah, today, you know, I can be an example of a person that gets sober and find God. So I love talking to you guys. Thank you for listening. And I hope you have the best day ever. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. Bye.